Namaste Jai Hind all. Today I am here with the topic water. You all know water is very important. It's parts and parcel of one life, and about 3/4 of our surface is full of water. Then the question arises, why there is a scarcity of water, as water is a renewable resource. But do you know, from where about 2.5% of fresh water we obtain from glacier and rainwater and underground water. So now the concern is that what are the measures that should be followed by us, by which we are able to conserve water, because by conserving water only we are going to keep it safe for the upcoming generation. Number 2, I would like to let you know about the multi-purpose river valley project, which are dissolved with many more purposes, like the generation of hydroelectricity, and then pisciculture and artificial irrigation. We can, those areas which are not able to reach the rain, we know there is uncertainty of monsoon in India. So there are certain other ways by which we are going to irrigate the field. So this is the artificial way by which we are going to provide water to the different regions through developing the canals or the proper channels. So this is the main intention that government has taken, and as a result, because of that, they have taken those measures to provide water to the people, to come up from the problem of irrigations, and for increasing the fertility of soil, for increasing the productivity of land. So it's my kind suggestions, or it's a humble request, that better we should follow one step that is very important. It is possible for each and everyone, where we are not going to invest. Instead of wasting water, we have to save water first. By saving also, we are going to contribute a great help to the people. So in this chapter, we are going to talk about how water can be conserved, what are the benefits of multi-purpose river valley project. If the people have been dislocated because of any such construction by the government, then what amenities has been provided to those people to make them settle down, because it is the utmost need of the government that they should satisfy people, they should work for the betterment of people as per the principle, as per the directive principle of state policy. So now let's see through PPT how important it is to understand the significance of water. Water resources. It is an important chapter of class 10th in which we are going to talk about the significance of water. This is the index. Through index you are able to get an idea about the chapter. What else we are going to cover in the chapter one by one. Number 1, we are going to talk about hydrological cycle. From the picture you can see there are certain words which are written. Number 1 is precipitation, then condensation, then evapotranspiration, and now you have to understand how the process goes on. Hydrological cycle. In the hydrological cycle, we are going to talk about the circulation of water within the earth's hydrosphere in different forms, that is in the liquid form, solid and the gaseous form. It also refers to the continuous exchange of water between the oceans, atmosphere, land surface and subsurface and the organism. So this is the description about hydrological cycle. Once you go through it and try to get what is hydrological cycle, how the process go on. Do you know that water gets heated, it turns into water vapor, then it evaporates, and while it evaporates, because of evaporation there is a formation of clouds, and while the clouds get condensed, that turns in the form of droplets of water as a precipitation. It is a process in which the water comes on earth in the form of droplets of water. Now these are the important terms which are very important to understand. In stream, inflow, outflow. In stream means the flow of water within the river or stream. Inflow, that is rivers flows towards estuaries, and it is important to know what are estuaries. These are the tidal mouth of a large river which meets the tide in the stream is called estuary. And outflow, that is the transfer of water from estuaries to the coastal oceans. See how we get the fresh water, how it inflows. So these are the fresh water inflows from rivers to estuaries. It is important to make the distinction between fresh water inflows and in stream, and I have already explained what is inflows. Flow of water within the stream or river. Water scarcity, the very important term. Now it's a big problem, not only for India, it is for the world also. How we should come to control the water scarcity? Do you think of the reason how the problem rises? It is because of the inhuman activities, that is over exploitation, excessive use and unequal access to water among different social groups. So people should understand how they should use water judiciously and they are going to save water. Water resources are being over exploited to expand irrigated areas for dry season agriculture. We all know that there is a great demand of water in agriculture because of the uncertainty of monsoon. So it should be understood by each and everyone that how important water is, how we should recycle the water and we can use. In some area, water is sufficiently available to meet the needs of people, but those areas still suffer from water scarcity due to bad quality of water. The need of hour is to conserve and manage our water resources. So, what is our utmost duty? That we should take care of water conservation. How judiciously we are going to use water to save it, to safeguard ourselves from health hazards, to ensure food security, continuation of our livelihood and productive activities. For all these, we need water, and it is only possible to restore water by using it in a right manner to prevent degradation of our natural ecosystem. And this is also important that we should use the resources judiciously. Now, the very important topic of the chapter, that is the multi-purpose river valley projects. So now we have to understand by the term multi-purpose river projects means the project which dissolve many more purposes. So now we have to see what are the purpose which can be dissolved by constructing dams. What is a dam? Dam is a barrier by which we are able to control the flow of water. So now in this we have to see how important dams are and how dams are built. So dams are built of stone, rubble, reservoirs or lake, embankments and canals for irrigation. And there are many more uses of dams. By building dams we are able to use it for the purpose of agriculture. We can provide water to the agricultural field by the help of these dams only. Dams refers to the reservoir rather than the structure. Now, what are the uses of dam? Why dams are built? Dams are built to increase the storage of water and to irrigate the agricultural field. It is also used for the generation of hydroelectricity. Water supply for domestic and industrial uses. We can control flood by keeping the water in the dam. Recreation, inland navigation and fish breeding, these are the other uses of dams. Now, while dams are important, no doubt there are certain side effects also. We are going to talk about what are the negative impact of creating dams. How dams are going to create many more problems to the people. Number one, regulating and damming of river affect their natural flow. While we are going to control the water, so no doubt it is going to affect the river flow. Number two, these are the poor habitats for the river aquatic life. While the water should be stored in the dam, so the life which are there in the river, they will not be able to get that much water that is required for them. Number three, fragment rivers make it difficult for aquatic fauna to migrate. Means fragment rivers means the water that is not available in the river, that is there, it comes in the form of fragment, means in a small amount. So as a result, it also create many more problem to the aquatic fauna, means that life which exists in the water. So that is also a reason which is going to disturb the aquatic life. Dams created on the floodplains submerge the existing vegetation and soil, leading to its decomposition over a period of time. Now, creating of large dam has been the cause of many new environmental movements like Narmada Bachao Andolan, that you all know, that has been initiated by Medha Patkar, and the main question was that what concern is of the government regarding the dislocation of people, what step governments are taking for the betterment of those people one who have been asked to shift from that region to another region. So this is why this movement was raised by Narmada Bachao Andolan by Medha Patkar. Many times local people had to give up their land, livelihood and their control over resources for the construction of dam. So this is also one of the concern that should be taken care while we are constructing dam, that while we are asking people to dislocate, so they should be given with the right place where they can go and survive and they can lead their life. Major rivers and dam. Now this is the map of India by which you are able to understand what are the different rivers on which different dams are built. So we have already discussed about the dams and their significance, their side effect. So you should go through the map. By this you are able to understand, and in a separate video I am going to talk about the different rivers and the dams which has been constructed. So at a glance you see and get an idea about it. Rainwater harvesting. It is a very important step that has been taken, or we can consider as an initiative to conserve water. It is a simple method by which we collect rainwater and we can conserve that water for the future uses. The collected water may be stored, utilized in different ways, or directly used for recharge purpose. Different methods have been adopted in different areas. Now one by one we will see what are the different methods which have been followed by the different states regarding the rainwater harvesting. Methods of water conservation. So now one by one we will see what are the ways people used to follow to save water in hill and mountainous region. It means we are talking about northeast. People have built diversion channel like gulls or kulls of the western Himalayas for agriculture. Means they are using that stored water for the purpose of artificial irrigation. Number 2, rooftop rainwater harvesting, which is a very popular practice followed in Rajasthan, that is to store drinking water. Mainly it is done in Rajasthan. We all know in the floodplains of Bengal people developed inundation channels to irrigate their field. In arid and semi-arid region, agriculture fields were converted into rain-fed storage structure that allowed the water to stand and moisten the soil, such as Khadins in Jaisalmer and Johats in other parts of Rajasthan. So this is an important step that has been taken to provide rain for the purpose of artificial irrigation. Ways of water conservation. So these are some other more ways by which we are able to save water. The tankas are part of the well-developed rooftop rainwater harvesting system and which are built inside the main house or the courtyard. This is mainly done in Rajasthan, particularly in Bikaner, Falodi and Barmer areas. And you all know that Rajasthan or the western part of Rajasthan mainly, that is receiving the least rainfall, that is from 0 to 25 centimeter, and as a result because of that they have these problems. So coming up from these problems they need to follow all these methods. Tamil Nadu is the first state in India which has made rooftop rainwater harvesting structure compulsory to all the houses across the state. There are legal provisions to punish the defaulter. This is a very good initiative that has been taken by the Tamil Nadu state and which is really good, and it is a positive step which has been taken. Thank you. These are certain things that you should keep in mind, and you should help all the people and make people awaken how judiciously they should use the water, and they are going to help the people to come up from these problems. Because really if we are going to see the practical part of this water scarcity, that is a huge problem. There are many more areas in India which has been declared as the region which are prone to this scarcity of water. So it's our utmost duty that we should take the proper use of water. We should guide people, we should spread how to use water judiciously and how to save many more lives. Thank you for watching.